Early Morning, Chapter 29. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira, with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by CatSaturnArt on Instagram. I will have CatSaturn linked in the description box, as well as links to the prior 28 chapters. If you're still listening, comment Marinette's fight, and please enjoy Chapter 29. Adrien aggressed, flabbergasted, 10:23 p.m. Up until now, Adrien hadn't held much anger for Ladybug. Frustrated, sure, but not angry. She had to do what she had to so their city could be safe. But entrusting the Ladybug Miraculous to Chloe Bourgeois, of all people, especially after she'd worked hand-in-hand with Shadow Moth on multiple occasions, was like a slap to the face. So this time around, Adrien skipped being angry and went straight to being livid. How dare she? How dare she? Especially after having a second chance to make things right by giving him a letter. She could have told him. She should have told him. Up until all this, they'd been partners, but her final actions made him feel like he'd always been a sidekick instead, despite everything they'd been through together. But now wasn't the time to process these burning emotions, roasting on a spindle inside him while twisting his organs around. Marinette needed him to be level-headed, or else... By the time Adrien got over his initial shock, it was too late. Marinette was at Chloe's throat, and the girls had somehow wrestled themselves to the floor, caviar spilled over their outfits. "Give her back!" Marinette yelled, pinning Chloe in a chokehold. "That's no way to ask for a favor, Du-Peng Chang!" Chloe threw her yo-yo down the bowling lane, but Marinette didn't let go. Instead, the girls were dragged down toward the pins, striking them out as they continued to try and overpower the other. For the record, Marinette was winning. "It's like watching animals in their natural habitat," Plague said, catching Adrien off guard. The little gremlin found the plate of soft cheeses beside the questionable caviar appetizer and was already halfway through it. He watched, jaw slacked, as the girls continued their impromptu wrestling match. They'd already knocked over all the pins, and now Chloe was trying to crawl away through the gutter lane as Marinette held her by the ponytail. "Yeah," he agreed. "Aren't you going to stop them? And get between them?" "You're right. It's safer where there's cheese. This might be more effective than therapy. For you or her?" "Good question." "I'll stick with my cheese, thanks." "It's not my fault Ladybug knew I'm the better choice," Chloe yelled, cat-slapping Marinette as she tried to pull off her mask. "Give her back!" Marinette huffed, relentlessly tugging on the magical fabric. "Du-Peng Chang, you won't get away with this! You stole my Miraculous! If you let me go, I can grab you a dictionary. Clearly you've forgotten all of your education if you don't know what stole means." "Oh, I've forgotten a lot, but not that you're a..." The lights cut off as Marinette yelled, giving the fight a momentary pause before scuffling sounds resumed in the dark. "Oh, seriously?" Adrien heard a voice mutter behind him. "Alia?" he tried, pulling out his phone as a flashlight. "Do I even want to know?" Alia flicked the lights back on with a sigh. "The earrings I've carried around for months are fake, and Chloe has the real ones." "Thanks for the cliff notes. I'll take it from here." "Gonna transform?" "To handle those two? Please." Alia took in a sharp breath. "Oh my Kwame, Chloe, is that a patch of yellow in your ponytail?" Chloe immediately let go of Marinette to clutch the back of her skull. "What? Where?" she screeched. "And Marinette, why did you show up in your pajamas of all things?" Marinette jumped a foot backward, tapping each article of clothing with her hands as she examined herself with panic. What are you talking about?" she asked, spinning around to look for something she may have missed. "Now that I've got your attention, both of you need to sit down and talk this out. And, Chloe, take off the mask while you're at it." "She started it," Chloe muttered. "Chloe!" "Spots off." With a squeak, Tikki spawned into the room, tackling Marinette with a bug's worth of energy. Once her initial scream of surprise passed, Marinette returned to the embrace, looking from Tikki to Adrien, then back. Adrien thought he would cry when this moment came, but instead he was detached from the moment. Numb, even. Like waiting for your food and seeing a table that arrived after you get their order first. He should be happy for her. At the least, he shouldn't be jealous. He'd been able to keep Plague and his memories, after all, but something bitter gnawed at his insides. Why? The answer came too quickly, and Adrien had to excuse himself, else he'd throw up his emotions. She had it all. Friends who cared about her, people who showed up even when their relationship had seen better times, the ability to express herself when angry. The only thing between him and another breakdown was that it was supposed to be him that fixed her problems. He was supposed to get her back on her feet. He was supposed to show her who she could trust. He was supposed to be the one to give her Miraculous back to her. Instead, Adrien, Cat Noir, messed up every step of the way, failing himself more than he failed her. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair! But what was done was done. Even after all but begging Ladybug to feed him her plan, she didn't even leave behind a crumb. The proof was in Chloe having her Miraculous while leaving Cat Noir, her partner, with a box of dollar store jewelry. It would be so much easier if he'd been able to forget everything, just like Marinette had. Wake up surrounded by people who actually care. "Kid?" Plague said as he walked outside, gasping for the air as the walls closed in. "Kid, you aren't about to do anything stupid, are you?" Adrien didn't respond to his Kwami's question. Instead, he took off down the block in a run, not looking back. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 30 is on the way. If you'd like more Miraculous fanfiction, you can check out these other videos. And if you are still listening, comment Adrien's decision. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!